Okay, so where we ended is that if I have a notepad and I keep on writing precepts I'm breaking, I shouldn't be commenting on myself. Why did I break the precept? I shouldn't have done that. I should have done. So that turns itself into a hindrance called remorse. Okay, that is kukucha. There's no need for me to go back and see why did I break a precept. Let's say when I'm discussing, I'm talking something more than what it really happened. I'm not really uh, not said by intention, just has come. Now what should I do? I can always apologize to that person. This was not said, just came one way. And the person will accept or doesn't accept is another. Can't really promise that this person is going to say, okay, no problem. You can go on explaining many things and can tell more things than what was there. Can happen. Or in my mind, I can note it. Oh, I've said more things than what was there. So after the call, what I can do is I can make a note of it. That I informed more information than what was, meaning it's a half truth, not full truth, but it is not lie either. It's more of a slip of the tongue. What we is it immoral? We shouldn't be worrying about if there's immoral or moral have done shouldn't have happened in the first place. How it happened, all that are what I need to do is just make a note. It's like noting, you just observing. So the more I start observing, lesser is the incidents happen, because sati is getting, what we do is we fight with it, or I fight with it. I shouldn't have done this. I shouldn't have said this. What he will think, what she would think, what this happens, what that happens. It's a waste of energy, waste of time, waste of effort. Not required. Am I being honest to myself more than anyone else? If I am being honest, then I can just make a note of it. That's all. Don't have to feel anything more than that. Let's say last week, me and you discussed evening. Should I take it too seriously? Should I take it too lightly? No. It's nothing to do with that. So whatever we discussed, we arrived at a certain way of dealing. We arrived. So we agreed. This is how we are going. There's nothing personal about it. It's about how do we improve communication or the way we discuss. Okay. Now, if I'm getting anger or something, not a frustration thing, anger or something like I'm getting irritated. Why is I normally speak this, etc. So there's a justification to myself, not to you or not to anyone. Instead of making it a papancha sanya sankha that create a worldly thoughts over it like a web of things, I take my pen and paper and just there write that I am upset. Not with Ariyu. No, I shouldn't put Ariyu or this person, that person. Presently, what is the state? I am upset. That's the fact. I am upset. So, what is the feeling of being upset? It's constricting. Like somebody has sat on my heart. Painful. So, the sensation is, so what did I experience? Dukkha. As long as I hold on to the upset, there is going to be dukkha. So, what should I do? Release it. Make a note. Go. Learn to let go. I should learn to let it go. Just that upset, let it go. It's okay. Yes, I felt upset. So, tadosam va chittam, tadosam chittam jana. I know that upsetting thing has come in. made me upset. The mind is upset. Not I am upset. I am not upset. I am not downset also. I am not anything. But the mind is presently displaying upset. So the quality of anger is to burn. Am I not burning? Yes, it's burning. So the nature of anger is to burn. If I put more petrol to it, I am going to be burning even more. Meaning, if I put more fuel, what's the fuel? You shouldn't have said like this. So there's a justification. Or let us say Ravindra says something, then I take it too personally. Try evaluating. Ravindra said this. Ravindra have said this. He should know how to speak. He doesn't know how to say this. I am a Bhante. He does blah. All this whole thing is unnecessary. Right? It's unnecessary. Only thing I could have done is taken a paper and a pen or a book. So I have a diary. Just write down. I'm upset. Okay. Who is upset? I am. Who is this I am? Chitta. Presently, it is displaying something is not yours. Whether this upset is with me or with you, or with Ravindra or with anyone, the feeling is the same. Burning sensation, no matter who displays it. Okay. Absolutely fair. So I make a note. Now what happens? When I notice it, the sankharas come on the surface. They don't have energy, they go. So this is sankhara. And hence it is anicca. Anicca-vata sankhara. But this sankhara is of a nature of arising and passing away. What is the point in I holding on to something which by itself passes away? Anger passes away. Let us say one of my old friend came to house. I was upset. This friend came. Where did the upset go? It went away. The moment I saw my friend, meaning I saw another object coming to me, this feeling of upset is replaced by feeling of gladness. And this is exact question which is asked by Buddha in the Dhatu Vibhanga Sutta to Pokkara Sati. Can anybody say, I am of this feeling and hold on to that feeling? If you have a dukkha vedana, if something sukha comes, the dukkha is replaced with sukha. If something is, now I am in sukha vedana, but something else come which is dukkha, then the sukha is replaced by dukkha. Nothing anybody can do. That whole feeling is changed. So as long as I notice it, that this is not my feeling, it's a feeling. So I'm not attached to it. So the thing I need to do is note down everything that is happening. Okay. Now, if I am doing it for a very good amount of time, maybe a week or that, the next thing I can incorporate is watching like a puppet show. Body movements, talking, everything is a puppet. Why? All are sankharas. Everything is a sankhara. And everything is a arising and passing away. Everything. My hand arises and it just passes away. I don't have to hold it. Hi Sachin, good morning.
Good morning.
So now, after I have noted down this, the sati is established because the sila is established. How long the sila will take to establish? You'll come to know. If there are many items in the list every day, each one going will take its own sweet time. If there is nothing there in my list, or very few items are there in the list, it will by itself sati. Now, question: should I do something about immoral deeds? Yeah, good. What? Watching them, nothing else. They are not yours. To do something about it. Now, what is it? Whenever I do an immoral deed, there is something happening in the heart, constricting this. Let's say, example. I'm watching one Bhante or one Bhikkhu topic on YouTube. I get to think that why am I not able to speak like him? There's a comparison. When there is comparison, in my heart, because I'm watching it, my heart, the constrict, because I don't want him to become popular. I want myself to become popular. What is happening? Jealousy, envy. Don't do anything. At the very moment where the heart is constricting, just take a paper and a pen, and envy has, jealousy has. I don't have to justify. I don't have to tell to my friends like Ariu and such, all the people. Today I felt envy. What do you think? They might not have got anything. So the basic thing is, I just make. Tomorrow something else will come. Envy will not come. Let's say in the group somebody asked me to watch a documentary, okay, about Nalanda. That's it. It's a documentary, 1 hour documentary, all about Nalanda. Now, Nalanda is a Mahayana tradition. First thing which comes, I am from Theravada tradition. But Nalanda is Nalanda. It has got nothing to do with Theravada, Mahayana, this yana, that yana. But now I am from Theravada. I will use my lens called Theravada to see that video in the lens of Theravada, which is, then I feel this video is not good. Just a video. And where is Nalanda? It is in ruins. It's in ruins. Nothing anybody can do. But still, such an attachment. Let's say I am for Nalanda. That means I have to leave Theravada and to embrace Mahayana. Now, what should I do? Now, I don't have many friends who can guide me whether I should follow Mahayana or Theravada tradition. If I ask Mahayana friends this, because simple thing, enlightenment is Buddhahood, liberation is Arhat. Higher, we have all the Bodhisattva. That means we all can get enlightened. It means we all can become Buddhas. If not today, some other day. What do you think? Should you get liberated now or should you wait till you become a Buddha? Now the greed will enter into the scene because I want to become a Buddha. So now what all happened? Number one, I identified that I am from Theravada and I should not be watching Mahayana. So there is a Dvesha. What I should do? Again, I have to note down. Dvesha has arisen in any comparison we do. It turns out it's into Dvesha. No matter for what reason you are comparing. So Papancha Sanya Sankha is about comparison, it's about making something which never existed. Okay. Sankha is Sankhya, which enumeration, numbering, addition. So the moment I make Nalanda, the only two choices I have, either to like it or dislike it. I'm a Theravada follower, I'm going to dislike it. If I'm non-Theravada follower, I would rather. But Nalanda as Nalanda no longer exists. Just a place, just bricks and stone and mortar and all that which is there. Okay? There is no caves or there's nothing like, a monk is sitting. And I'm not in that time frame also. If I don't do that, there's no problem. But if I do it, I just have to make a note. Now, the moment I make a note of it, sati is developed. So, developing sati is not about doing something different. It's about noting it, noting everything. What is awareness? Awareness means knowing it. To know what is happening. At this point, what is happening? At this point, what is happening? Instead of an automated autopilot mode, we're getting noting it. If my greed, if my jealousy, like that, everything is reducing, then the sati is automatically strong. So, first indriya that would get completely established is sati indriya. That's the first one which will get. That's the reason Mahasati Patthana Sutta. That's the first indriya. Once that is there, our job is fairly done. Because the saddha, faith, will automatically happen. Because as long as I'm in sati, the mistakes are going to be less. As long as I'm not in, that means as long as I'm in yoniso manasikara, my mistakes are less. Whenever I'm in ayoniso manasikara, the mistakes are more. Because of sati, the yoniso manasikara is always there. So, while wearing on the dress, body is getting dressed up. I am not getting dressed. When taking bath, this body is going for bath. When brushing the teeth are getting brushed. I am not getting brushed. Even though I say I'll go for brushing, I am not getting brushed. Teeth is getting brushed. And that is true also. You hold the automated or manual stuff and you will brush teeth. You are not brushing yourself. There's no self to brush. Teeth which is getting brushed. So, like, are you are removing liquid from your nose. You are not. From the nose, the mucus is coming. So, you are just removing it. You are not doing it. Just an action. So, if I try to do like that, I become a witness to all that is moment by moment. So, then we are coming into the section of Sampajanya. To thoroughly know what is happening. And when I know, there's nothing more to be known. Because I have got nothing to do with this body. Yes, body is there. Agreed. But I don't have anything to do with body. It's like having a car. I am not the car. Car takes me from A location to the B location. That's all it can do. In the same way, this body can move from A place to B place. But the mind knows where to take this body. It can take this body to the good place. It can take the body to the bad place. But by its own nature, body is not going to decide. What I mean to say is, the body can be taken for a walking. The body can also be taken for a hotel. Mind is taking it to a walk or an exercise. So when the body exercises, it loses excess fat. It's not I am losing fat. No, body is losing fat. The body is sweating. I am not sweating. Body is sweating. When the body sweats and the food is not given or there is no indulgence of the food, body shrinks. I have not become lean. Body has become lean. I don't grow fat. Body is growing fat. You see this. This is a whole change between I am the doer to I am the observer. If I am able to observe like this for the whole day, it will be fun. Whole day is fun. Now I am going for a drive. No, you are not going for a drive. You are putting the body in the car. And that's a fact. Body is put in the car. And car has the fuel. Car is going on the road. And the body is going wherever you want it to go. So you have decided where to go. The body has not decided. Body has no role to play of where it wants to go. It doesn't have any mechanism to say, I will go here, I will not go there. You will decide where to go. So, if I do action which is going to bring a constriction in the heart, it is the chitta which is carrying that. So, my observation is, I have to remove these immoral deeds in the chitta. Because by nature, chitta is pure and bright. Abhasaram idam. By nature, pure and bright. The colors are coming because there is defilement. Asavas or klesha or whatever we name them as. So, my practice now is to watch what is happening. When the arm is moving, what is happening. When I am seeing something, when I am hearing something, what is happening? When I am smelling something, I am tasting something. This I am is just a location rather than a person. Just a way of language. So what Buddha says is, yahi akarehi, yahi lingehi, yahi nimittehi, yahi uddeshe. It means this shape or this structure, this gender, male, female, neutral, whatever you want to call that as. Any symbolization, you have to symbolize. And uddesha means purpose. Without these four, you can possibly never say anything using a language. That is called adhivachana. Vachana means speaking. Adhi, like in abhi, adhi means excess. So you have to personalize as what? First person, second person, third person, and a thing. You have to do that. So if I am talking to Ravindra one-on-one, like first person to the second person. Now comes no he and she, it turns itself into you and me. But there is no you for that me. Or there is no me to that you. Just a language. But what happens? The patiggasanya, that is what is striking on the other side, mind picks it up as a person. And now it gets complicated. Instead of the actions, we are taking the reaction. So you get or I get sukha vedana if I know the person, or he is acting in the way which I expected him to do it in the past. Dukha vedana when I know that he is not doing as I wanted him to do. Adhukha sukha vedana when I am still not able to make out whether he is doing what I am saying or he is not doing what I am saying. Still my mind is going here, there, here. So what I should do then? Learn janana, learn sampajanya. Pajanana is to know. Knowing what? This body is consisting of 32. That's pajana. pajanati. Just know. Or whatever, whenever time vilas is said, I know that it is to this 32 part of the body which is called as vilas. This I need to practice within myself. Ajjatta, internal. Bahidda, external. Before I go externalize to it, first internalize that this person is a 32 part body and has no control over 32 parts of the body. Meaning, if I had control, this hairs would have not gone at all. Now, how did I become bald? I can name it. It's bald. Why? Akara, linga. We can call it a male kind of baldness. Why? Female kind of baldness? No. Females don't lose their hair. Male kind of. Great. Okay. Uddesha. Purpose of calling bald. What's the purpose? To say that this person has no hairs. That's the purpose. Okay. Then nimitta. If there is no hair, there is a shiny thing on top. Now, if somebody calls me, hey bald, come here, what happens? Whom is he calling? Me as bald. I will say, can't you see there are a few more hairs left here? I say, no, you don't have hairs on top. Hey baldy, how are you? And I get annoyed. Why? Because I wanted hairs. Now, this is the problem. How does it matter whether he calls me Vilas or he calls me Baldi? It's just a nimitta and a shape, akara. So he is using adhivachana. Okay, use it. For what? Patigga. He is seeing this place empty, calling it as bald. Let him call it by whatever. That is his problem. What's my problem? If I am in that, at that moment, there is no dvesha. There is neither a raga, neither a moha. Ragakhayo, dosakhayo, mohakpana. What happened? There is no reaction. So for that, I don't have to go to jhana. Just being watchful, just being aware that whether that word called as baldi is going to bring raga, vesha or moha. If I take baldi as myself, moha. If I am irritated by that word baldi, it is vesha. Why? Raga is there that I should have had hairs on my. I need to be watchful. Now what I should do? Nothing. Will hurt. Take the pen and the paper, write down. I felt hurt. For what reason? Don't worry. Now it will be for baldness. Tomorrow it will be for something else. I don't have to worry about what made me feel bad. Not that question. I felt bad? Yes. Should I go and tell my friends? No. Should I tell to myself? No. You write it down. Make a note. Whether you make a note in the mind or you make a note in the paper, it's up to. But I need to make a note. Shouldn't forget. Before sleeping, half an hour before, I'll go through my diary. Like a witness, I keep on witnessing what all happened. Oh, I felt bad here. I good here. Felt jealous here. I felt this here, that here. Now, don't count it. Don't compare it. That means the previous day I go and now I go and see. Oh, previous day was 20, today 10. Raga. No. Nothing like that. Nothing like that. I should just, that is 20. That day, over. This is 10. I should make, 50% reduction. Please remember, that becomes papancha sanya sankha samuda charanti atita anagata pachuppanna. Atita is past. I looked at the previous page and looked, Anagata, tomorrow I will have only 5. Who says so? How do I know? It will be 5, it might be 50 also. I don't know. Pachupanna, present. I am counting. No, you don't do that. Just make a note. You will realize within 28 days in the cycle, because it's a lunar cycle, 28 days format, if you keep on seeing, these numbers will keep on down to an extent that the next 7 days there won't be anything broken. Don't celebrate. Don't celebrate because you'll create it. You'll create another Sankharana. No, just watch it. Plain sheet of paper. Anything. What happens to the sati? Full. 100%. Now you will see a drastic change. What happens? Sati Patthana brings in Dhammapadhana. Dhammapadhana brings in like that. So Chattaro Iddipada. Then Panchabala, Panchindriya, Panchabala, Satta Bojjhanga, Ariya, Thangika, Magga, one cycle over. Don't have to do anything. You don't have to memorize. Chattaro Satipatthana, Chattaro Sammapadana, Chattaro Iddipada, Pancha Indriya, Panchabala, Satta Bojjhanga, Ariya, Thangika, Magga, 37 factors of awakening. Don't have to memorize. The moment the paper doesn't have a single dot of defilement, you're done. First circle, meaning the Dhamma Chakra has happened. So what will you get? Yam kinchi samudaya dhammam sabbam tam nirodha dhammam iti. That means whatever is of the nature of arising has the nature of cessation. How did I come to know? These papers proved it. That's all. Nothing more I need to do. So I keep on watching on Pajanana, trying to see whether I can get a Sampajanya. If I get it, good. Not get it. But I will not forget to write down the mistakes I have done for the whole day. Can happen anytime. I got wild at my wife. She gave the breakfast late. No worries. Don't have to go. You can go and I can go and tell sorry. That's fine. But don't forget to write it down. I don't have to write down why I got angry with her. No. That is not permitted. No justification. No need to justify. Just the action. You're watching. Sakshi. Witness. Just watching. You are not doing it. Or I am not doing it. I am not the doer. And I am not the enjoyer also. I am just a witness to whatever is happening. And this witness ultimately lead you to Nibbana. So who gets into Nibbana? The witness. Who was in bondage? Sensation of I. Feeling of I. Now who is out of that? The witness. The witness had got nothing to do with it. This is what we done. So I'll give you another story. A good story because these two of them have seen it. So this Monday I had to go to the hospital with all the things supposed to, which Sachin and Aryu knows about. But I didn't know one thing. I always thought that CT angio means they'll just inject something and it will go the liquid. But it is not that way. I never knew they are going to make a hole here. At least I didn't know. Now, seeing my previous week's nature, I wanted not to feel worked up because I already had worked up and it had caught a lot of. So now, how do we do it? And she put me on that machine, MRI machine. Said, "Sir, we'll find a nerve. It'll pain to bear little. That's all. You just I'll puncture." My goodness, I had not known this. Fears have started. And rule of the game is if my beats per minute crosses 90 or sorry 80, they have to abandon this because you can't check the heart. The heart will be going like this. So they can't take a photograph of the heart. Now what do I do? So on Saturday, I had learned what I should be doing on Monday, that retreat. So I thought if I watch the breath is not going to work. If I do Vipassana is not going to work. I felt for this, recitation is the only option left. Like dying moment, you say your prayers. So I started on Saturday. On Sunday, these people left. So I had only one day left. Monday morning, I was in the hospital. So now I sat, I was checking my EPM. It was in his 40s and early 50s. I went inside, and this time I decided this is not my body. Let them do whatever they want to do. I'm donating this body. So I slept like this, and she punctured, nothing happened. Didn't feel anything. I was just observing as though I'm out of the body. The very first time in my life, I understood what is real witness. That there is nothing is felt in the body. There's nothing felt except like some ant fighting. It was like that. And she had put the plastic and all that, and the pipe was there to fill in that liquid. Another person came and he said, "Pour liquid now, become very hot." And when moved into the MRI, I could see my ECG, and I could see blood pressure, heartbeat. Everything was very good. And that lady, that doctor came and spoke to my wife saying that he's doing very fine, so we'll finish it off. So in 20 minutes, I'm done. Otherwise, 30 minutes is for relaxation and then the test and all. In 20 minutes, done, and I came out all good. I didn't worry about the report. Whatever will come because I knew that it is very slow. The heart is very slow thing. So, what did I do? As I did in the Vipassana class or the retreat of Animitta, I found out this Animitta, what helps. So, if I make Nimitta, so Akara, Linga, Nimitta, Uddesha, these four things, on the Namakaya, when it hits on the Rupakaya, the fear takes over. Because I'm in hospital. And that's a hospital. No matter how much I say to myself, I'm a Buddha follower, following Dhamma, all of those nonsense doesn't. Because now I am in the hospital. That's the truth. And I'm lying on the bed. That is also true. And I'm on the MRI machine. That is also true. And it is started to measure the moment they put all the gadgets, jing, 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 just started. So it's there, no Buddha Dhamma is going to come and save me anyway. No matter how much I read Sati Patthana and Samma Padhana and all, no Padhana. So I thought this is not going to work. Way Aryu has seen me where in another hospital, how I panicked. So this time I thought, if I keep on doing like this, the last option is to go for angio, where they will put the whole thing and see. So no need to panic. So the Etan Santan, Etan Panitan, I remember. This is one thing is going to save my life. 7 times. That's it. I will let go of this body. It worked. Wonderfully it worked. So yesterday we checked the BP. It is coming to 117 by 77 or 113 by 77. The day when Ari was here on last Friday was 160 by 100. Why? Because the mind had it, not the body was having the problem. Mind had the problem. Because it has dvesha. The only thing I've done is to note down the dvesha. This dvesha. Why? Because there is raga for this body. And hence dvesha. So, when challenged, it came out. Now it's fine. Not because the report is saying like that, but my mind itself. Yesterday, my son checked in 2 machines. It is coming very low. Not taking any tablets either. So, what I found is Animitta has to be kept on doing for everything. For Animitta to work, Sati is required. Yes, Ravindra.
Sir,
Yeah,
you are saying you have to do animitta.
yes.
It is very easy for you, but how to practically do it?
So that's a very good question. I wanted to come to the practice itself. So the first practice here is to watch the body like third party, meaning like what is presented in the 4 posture, the Iriyapappa. You should know at any point in time that you are sitting. This is sitting. Whether you sit, I sit, anybody sits, if the body sits like this. But you are not sitting. You know you are sitting. So, nisinno mi iti pajana. Sayano mi iti pajana. So, if I really see that way, meaning iti pajanati, that is, iti means like this. Pajanana is to know. So, when I see the body sitting like this, I am not sitting, the body is sitting. What if the body is not able to sit? Get pain. Simple. Not I am in pain. The body is showing through pain. The pain is the mechanism to show that something is not. And if there is no pain, it means that it is okay. So I have to change the posture to get rid of the pain. I am not in pain. I am neither in pleasure. Because the body is getting heated up, there is pain. So when I change the posture, it's gone. So what did I note? The nimitta is not there. There's no symbol. It's just a process. Just to make the process understand, we put one symbol there. This is sitting. Otherwise, we have to keep on explaining what is sitting. It's better to say this is sitting, this is standing, this is walking, this is bending, this is doing this is doing that. But Like I scratched here. Why? Because there is something itchy. So I should know I'm scratched here. Should not go unnoticed. The whole idea is not to go unnoticed. So when I bring it here, when I scratch it here, it is generates heat. I should know that it is generating heat. I am not getting heated. If I rub anything against each other, it generates heat. In that way, if I practice Ravindra, slowly the nimitta will start to. So the objective is to develop sati. Okay. Now there are two ways of developing sati. One way of development is through samatha method. That is, just watch the breath. Asapasa, asapasa, asapasa. That is in breath, out breath, in breath, out. Second method is by vipassana. So the sati is a combination of samatha, vipassana. These two bring in the third thing called as anupassana. That is observation in accordance to whatever has happened. So samatha will give me that tranquility, meaning avikhepa, or in Sanskrit vikshepa, and in English non-distraction, no distraction. Now when I do with non-distraction, what does that mean? I'm watching without distraction. Let's say breath, watching breath without distraction. As much I can watch it. That brings in tranquility. When I am tranquil, I can now watch what is this body. Now I can watch Kesa, Loma, Naka, Danta. That it is again Vipassana. Or the feeling which is coming in this body, which is again Vipassana. Or the feeling coming through eye, ears, nose, tongue, thoughts is again Vipassana. What feeling will I get? I get Sukha, Dukkha, Adukha. These are the only three things. Or I can get So Manasa, Do Manaso. In whichever way I take it, this is what I'm good. So when I see an object, I feel attracted to that object. What I need to do is take the book. I felt attracted. That I shouldn't forget. That is sati. It's not about when I see a female form, no, that is not going to work. I'm able to see the female and get attracted by her hair or whatever it is, or by her lips or whatever it is. That is not going to detail of what will make me attracted. But there is something getting attracted. It can be female, it can be male, it can be an object, it can be a computer, it can be whatever it is. Don't worry about the object. Just observe the feeling you are getting. Sukha Vedana is coming with the object. Chakuncha paticha rupecha uppajjati chakku vindyanam tinna sangati phasso phassa pacha vedana. So this whole thing is happening at immediately. So instead of memorizing this stanza, I'll just make a note. I felt attracted. Yeah, I felt repelled. Some black person is coming. I'm very fair. Why this black person is coming? Okay. Anyway, we all have mobile. On that, I can make. Don't have to go take a paper and a pen. In the night, I review the whole book. It will be such an enjoyable experience. It's real meditation. Honestly, not deleting any one of them. Because I have remained in sati a complete period of time. And now nimitta has happened. If I keep on noting, nimitta is not. Only when I am not noting is nimitta. how we can practice animitta. Now you might ask me a question, how long would it take? Don't have any answer to it. What is that I can do is make it like a 28-day menstrual cycle, 7 into 4. Today I start, watch it for 7 days, then next 7 days, next 7 days, next 7 days, like that. So 1 month cycle over, second month cycle over, third month cycle. But you will realize that the numbers keep on dipping, because when you note it, even a moment you note it, that defilement is removed. The defilement exists because we are not noting it. Yes, sir, you.
So I guess what you mean by is that if you don't have sati, then you become involved in it. But as soon as you see it, there's no involvement, so it starts cutting little by little, right there.
Yes, yes. So it's not about, Ravindra, whether it's easy for me or difficult for you, or difficult for me and easy for you. It is about how much sati we can develop. And through the sati, we need to have immoral deeds removed. For that, we don't have to struggle. Also, the immoral deeds bring in constriction. So any time I feel constricted in this heart region, like, I need to do dana. Example I'll give you. I'll feel, why I should give it to him? No problem. Write it down. Feeling constricted. Simple. Another thing which many of us will do is, I will put a value to it. Should I donate this much or should I donate that much? It is again nimitta. Giving is giving. Whether I give 1 rupee, $1, or 100 rupee, $100, $1,000, or $10,000, or the whole property itself, or don't give anything at all, doesn't make any. It's the act of giving which will release, rather than the giving itself. It's giving up which is nibbana. Not about how much should I give. So what I can do is, don't have to worry. I want to give somebody 5,000 rupees. First question, is he worth 5,000 rupees? How do I know? He might be worth 500 rupees, he might be worth 50,000 rupees, he might be worth 5 lakh rupees, he might be worth all my material comforts. I don't know. If somebody asks, is 5,000 rupees worth? The stupidest question I can ever answer myself. I have 5,000 now. Now I'd see what happens when I don't even think and give. There is an expansion. When I think and give the same thing, there's a contract. Feeling of something holding on to. So what's the objective of being in Nibbana? To letting go. What is the objective of being in samsara? To hold on to it. Padana, samsara. Samsarana, nissarana. Samsarana is holding on to something. Nissarana is letting go of it. Yes, Ari.
So I'm just curious, when you think and give, sometimes, let's say people ask you to donate, maybe $100, you think about it and you give. But you said there's a contraction. Yes, when you think, there's a contraction. But is the net result still necessarily a contraction, or?
Then we will be going towards Abhidhamma, in that it is there. How that contraction can. At present, we don't have to go there. It's all about noticing the contraction.
Okay, I just was wondering if it's still good to give, even if you have a little doubt.
Yes. You give. You have a doubt, you give it. But you notice that contraction. You don't let it go. Just watch. Just now I felt contracted. Don't give, or you give. That is separate. that you do. It's an action. But is that a contraction or an expansion? Kusala, when we do, the nature will immediately reward with expansion. Akusala, we do, the nature will immediately reward you with just instantaneous. I don't have to think about it. It's just instantaneous. I have something, somebody comes and says, Vilas, can you give me this? I'm thinking. So much of thought, so much of worry. See, first I'll get anxiety, worry, and then comparison, blah, blah, blah. All that has to happen before I make up my mind. I give or shouldn't I give? What I could have done, I could just watched it. What is happening? He's asking, Adivachana is coming for the patig. Just watch. Akara, linga, nimitta, uddesha. Purpose. It's asking for donation. Akara, in currency form. Linga, na pumsaka, meaning no male, no female, just a thing. Nimitta, cash, or whatever card or whatever mode you want to pay. So the patigha sanya, when it strikes, what's the sanya? What's the perception you're getting? Perception creates feeling. I need to remember. Feeling creates perception, perception creates feelings. Now the perception create what feeling? Vedana, Vedana, adukha, sukha. If he is a friend, it gives me sukha vedana. If I don't know that person, it gives me a neutral or a dukkha vedana. If I don't want to give it to him, it only generates dukkha. So basically what I need to do is to understand this. To understand this change. Is it constricting or is it expand? Constricting, expand. Constricting, make a note. Expansion, don't have to make any note because then it will become too much. That you keep on writing every moment. No, only constriction. So that is a akusala. Expansion is kusala anyway, so you don't have to worry. You will only have an expansion if you are doing something right. You will have contraction when you know you are doing something wrong and you still want to do it wrong. There's the constriction. And sooner or later, we'll see that the nimitta itself goes. So what remains with us is, so the 10 immoral deeds are slowly go away. And that is when the animitta takes complete control. Yes.
So I guess what you mean is that even making the nimitta itself is the slightest contraction.
Yeah, absolutely. Because we have either raga to that or dvesha to it or moha to it. See, now I went to that vipassana 10-day retreat. Now I asked that person, where can we donate? He said, last day, I asked him, do you accept cards? Because I have not brought any cash. He said, yes, we accept. So then on the 9th day, while taking for a walk, the 10th day anyway, you have to, that ends. 9th day, while I was walking, many things were running in my mind. Should I give 10,000 rupees, 15,000, 20,000 rupees, this 1,000 rupees, that 1,000 rupees? I felt it's overwhelming because everything which is coming there as a number has to be justified now. Is 10,000 too much or too less? Now I'll have to watch somebody giving how much is he. That's the only way I can find out. Let's say somebody gave 5,000 rupees. I'm giving 10,000. Feel better because I'm feeling 10,000. Somebody paid 50,000 rupees. Feel I should have paid 50. Or I think that's not worth for 50,000. What is it? 5,000 rupees per day, they would have spent on, how much would have spent on the food, etc., etc. I thought, nothing doing, no numbering. I sit in front of him, whatever I get in my mind to give. So I gave him the card. He asked me how much to swipe. I told him a number. I was checking within my heart whether thing or expand. It was an expansion. Done. Never thought how much it got debited. Is it worth it? Is it this? Is that? Because happiness is what I want, not carrying the sadness with me. I paid so much. Doesn't matter. It sincerely doesn't matter. Now the question comes, shouldn't we think like that? Yes, think, but ensure when you get a constriction, just let the constriction go.
I was just thinking the night before I left, we had an argument. That I was getting some angry thoughts. Not too angry, but I was like, how could Vila say this? And he should be understanding all this thought. So 3 a.m. I woke up and I was on the bed and they're going on my mind. So first I noticed there's dosa, desha. So I was meditating some metta. So after it started expanding, feeling more relieved. Then the thought came, even thinking about Vilas in that way is a yoniso manasikara. I think Vilas is just a designation. And as soon as I have that thought, I think there's a very big release in the heart, the relaxation. And I say, like, why would I even think about this Vilas and all this? So this noticing that the heart is relaxed. So then I was able to let go much of it.
Yes, absolutely. Because when we take too much to the heart, it has an irritation, pain, or letting go is the best thing. And you can feel that, you can see the change just instantaneously. And hence Buddha calls it akaliko. It doesn't take time. Yehi passiko, come and see it. It instantaneously, it will give you the relief. You don't have to do so many things to get a relief. Just let that person go from your mind. It's okay. He said something to you. Leave it. Done. Forgive. Vilas is an idiot. Okay, forgiven. Done. I don't know why he said what he said or whatever he said. He was drunk. Okay, done. Over. Nothing to be taken. The moment I take it, upadana, power. So I am in struggling. Vilas has no struggle because that idiot said something and he left. But who is suffering? I am suffering of what Vilas said the previous night, and also that idiot is another fellow. While taking me to the airport, he was also saying, wow, justifying his action, which is even more worse. At least if it would have left me on the way I am on the night we spent, it's okay. But he ensured that the pain is felt even on the day I am in the airport. And in the flight, I am thinking and thinking and thinking. Who is going to compensate for all of this pain? Because I don't want to. The moment I let it go, yes.
Yeah, in the end, I realized I had a raga for being understood, right? So that caused all my pain. So why do I have to be understood, right? And now that's a word we need. And as soon as I let it go, I feel relaxed.
Yes, so the burden, the moment you let go of the burden, see, raga comes with expectation. The moment the expectation is, you are relieved. The very moment you are relieved. So, swakhato bhagavata dham sandittik kaliko ihi upanaiko pachattam veditabbo vinyuhi. All of this will happen continuously. See, swakhato, you will yourself see it. You saw it, right? Sanditiko. Come and see. See. It's a fact. Akaliko. Doesn't take time. It's not like it takes another 5 years for me to get that relief. No. Akaliko. Yehi pasiko. Please. Take this. Open Aiko. Open for investigation. Investigate. Yes or no? Can you let go of Vilas? Nice. Now you have transferred the problem to me. If Aryu lets go of me, then what happens to me? Now I have caught hold of that. Pada. Bhava. Bhava pache jati. Now the whole cycle. Okay. So when we speak, there is one logic from one side and another logic from another. We are talking logics. Sometimes it is acceptable. Sometimes it is unacceptable. When it is unacceptable, so let's let it. And I make a note. I did make a note of it, Aryu, of our discussion last Saturday. I did make a note. But how should I understand another person? That is what I have put, not explanation. Oh, next time Aryu comes to Bangalore, I will make sure, blah, blah, blah. No. Any person. How should I? Relationship. Noted. Noted, sufficient. Sati will get established. Otherwise, it becomes very overwhelming, too much of a task, which is again a constrictive nature. Because I have to meet the expectation, and whenever the expectation is not met, there is a constricting nature, and the person will give feedback. You did not meet this expectation. Now the constricting nature, again constricting. It is samsarana, coming back to the same place again and again. Nissarana, letting go of that. Nibba. Anusha, anything you have to share? I think only two people are silent. One is Sachin and one is.
I am just Teruvan Sarana, everyone. I'm just listening.
Okay.
Hi, Ari.
Yeah, sorry.
Hello. Thank you for supporting us on the retreat.
Yeah, okay. One last thing. Anusha had supported our retreat. Dana, all merits go to her of whatever we have done 7 days. Bangalore. So quite sufficient, Anusha. Thank you very much.
Sadhu, sadhu, and may we all attain Nibbana fast.
No,
Sadhu,
you can attain Nibbana right now. It's up to you. There's no fast. Fast means there is time, takes time. Okay, so shall we close or should we discuss further? All that I wanted to say on the daily practice. This is for me also. As much, yes, Ravindra.
Sir, in your topic on consciousness, you talked about letting go of Nama Rupa.
Correct.
So, how to practice that?
Okay, now very good question. What is the Nama and what is the Rupa? That's the reason I took that Akara, all that. Yehi Akare, yehi Linge, all that. So let's take in a very simple thing. In fact, myself, Sachin and Ryu, we had a long discussion on the topic. So let me shorten it. Yes.
You gave the example of that somebody is coming to you and you let go that Shreyas is coming to you.
Yes. So we'll take with a simple example. Let's take pizza. Have you seen pizza?
Yes.
Anyone here who has not seen pizza? Did you get pizza right now in your mind? That is Namaru. There's no pizza right now, right? Nobody has served you pizza. But didn't the pizza appear in front of you? In the same shape, right? Round, cut, with whatever. How did it come? Through Vinyan.
Right.
Through Vinyan.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, Anusha.
So when you said pizza, I could see it came and went.
It came, right? Let it go. No worries. But it came. So, Nama Rupa Pachaya Sadaitana. The sixth sense door started to open up. Sadaitana Pachaya Phassa. There is a contact. Phassa Pachaya Vedana. If you like pizza, your mouth will start watering. If you hate pizza, you don't like it. Okay? Vedana Pachaya Tanha. Craving will start. Even though I am full now, some portion will say, should order for a pizza at least for the afternoon. Since he has asked, let me order. It's been a long time I had ever had a pizza. Tanha Pachaya Upadana. That experience. The first time I ate the pizza, that experience is what I want. So I have two options, either to order through Domino's Pizza or I can order through, what is that? Pizza Hut. Here there's no US pizza, so these two major pizza joints. Padana Pachaya Bhava. Now the Bhava, it becomes what? Pizza comes. Now Jati, taken shape. Jara, keep on eating, it keeps on reducing. Marana, it's gone. And the remaining. So what is this Nama Rupa with Vijnana business? Whatever you name it, okay, that Rupa will get formed. So pizza is just a 4-element thing. But there is no real pizza out there. But what we all saw just now, 5 of us, was a real pizza. We didn't see it as 4 elements. We didn't see it as Patavi, Apo, Tejo, Vayu. We saw it like a pizza. Why? Because the Rupa has got formed. Right? So, Nama Rupa Samudayo, Vijnana Samudaya. That means the consciousness arises along with Nama Rupa. Meaning, the magician here created pizza. Right? Out of the 4 elements, he created pizza. Who? Consciousness. Maya upamancha vinyanam. It's illusion. So, another example. Whom did Aryu become angry at? He said some anger was coming. With whom did he become angry with? With Vilas. Obviously, what a stupid question. But who is Vilas? Only a Nama. Where is Vilas? Even he is also searching. I have not found Vilas till date, I am telling you. And neither I am going to find him forever. Because there is no Rupa of Vilas. Where is the Rupa of Vilas? Show me Vilas Rupa now. Vilas have to put all the photographs together from the time of his birth, and none of the photographs are going to match. None. In fact, when Aryu was here, we did the same thing with his own photograph. He could not believe he was looking like that some years ago. Now, where is Aryu? Only in the namesake. Where is the form of Aryu? Never to be found. But isn't it consciousness trying to give him an experience of Aryu? Yes, it is. Isn't it the consciousness giving the experience of Vilas? Yes, Sachin.
So let's say I have never seen pizza, for example, because Namarupa topic is always fascinating for me. Sorry, I'll take ask it.
Yeah, no worries.
So let's say I have never seen a pizza, and first time I'm seeing it, and you say, Sachin, this is pizza, right? And yesterday you said so, and now you are asking, Sachin, how was the pizza? So the Namarupa of pizza is created in my mind, right? Where in between? Can I say that the Vijnana of pizza was created yesterday when you introduced it to me? And now it is in Vijnana. Now Vijnana Pachaya because there is a Vijnana of pizza. When you say think of pizza, I could think of pizza because the Vijnana of pizza is there.
Right. Absolutely right. So, till now, you never had a Vijnana of pizza. You never had. That's the reason Buddha says the Vijnana arises and passes away. Otherwise, it would have been fixed thing. Right?
And where the Vijnana stays, where, how long it stays, on what base it stays, is none of our business because it is science.
Yes.
Vijnana.
Yes. So, now, we three meet, myself, you, and you. Why that? Why pizza? We will talk about our dosa, which we had. And you have never seen that dosa? So, in fact, Sachin, it was also surprising for you. They give 3 pieces of dosa here. You have only seen 1 piece. Now you have 3 pieces. What are you trying to do? You are feeling softness, hardness, hot, cold, wetness, but what is getting registered? Getting it as dosa.
Namarupa Pachaya Vijnana is happening.
Exactly. Now, did you have this Vijnana earlier? No. Now, can you now say you never had those 3 things in your plate? So, anytime we say now, henceforth, set dosa, 3 dosas are going to come. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I think this is a funny example because my friend has treated me to dosa in America, and they give this whole big pancake. So when you put that and you order dosa, I was thinking that, but when it came with that. I was like, oh, this is dosa.
Yes.
So mine is working. That is also dosa. This is
also
also
dosa. So now you
In
are,
fact, you're telling there's many types of dosa.
yeah, 99 types.
That's the domain of Vijnana. How Vijnana learns and how Vijnana
Yeah.
results and how Vijnana stores.
Correct. Correct. Who learned it? The Vijnana. Now, any time we are going to say set dosa, no matter how many times you come to Bangalore area, anytime, even in your campus in Google, if they serve you set dosa, you will see, you'll try to see whether there are 3 dosas or not. And that's what the Maya is all about. Maya Upamancha Vinyanam. Now it created dosa in your mind. Please remember that. Not the dosa what you ate in US, dosa what you ate in Bangalore. This is how it creates. Now you will forget all about the nama now. You will only take the rupa. Yes or no? Now whenever I say set dosa, what comes? The rupa comes. Where is the nama? It's gone. It's not there. It is presumed to be there. Just like Vilas, if you say this body comes, but you are seeing Vilas. So in the Nama Rupa to Vijnana, the Vijnana holds on to the Patavi Apo Tejo Vayo. That is the reason he says Vijnanam Anidasanam Anantam Sabbatopabam Yatta Patavi cha Apo cha Tejo cha Vayo na Gadati. It doesn't hold on to. Now you are holding on to dosa. You are holding on to those material 3 things what was kept. So when we call Sachin, you are seeing this body as Sachin. When we see Rabindra, we are taking that body to be Rabindra. We say Ariyu, we are taking that body as Ariyu. Yes.
And not only my eyes have registered dosa, my tongue has also did.
Everything,
And
all the six senses, right? You have smelt it, smell is taken. You have touched it, taken. You have thought about it because you have taken more details about it. What is the set dosa? And then Shreya said there are 99 dosa. So you were wondering, oh, this is one of that 99. Now you have had, right? Your thoughts are there, smell is there, touch is there, taste is there. What else is not there? All the six senses are there. Except for hearing, you couldn't hear the dosa in your ear. That's the only thing you did not do. But the name dosa gone inside the ear, registered. So it's not just dosa, saying set dosa. Okay. Now you understood. Set means three. Oh, they give three dosa. What if somebody gives you two dosa? Will you be happy? You'll say, generally it is three, right? If it is four, oh, I thought it's only three. Why four? They say this is our tradition. We give you four dosa. Oh, is that a part of 99 types? Because you want to place it somewhere. So the Vijnana wants to designate it so that it can symbolize, take it whenever it wants. Right? And that is how this. So you never saw the name. You removed the name, took the form, rupa. You will never find Vilas. You will find the Rupa of Vilas. And the Rupa of Vilas will die. And that is the cause of sorrow. Die in the sense the friendship might end, or our karma might end, or something might end, or you will not even come, or I cannot come. Then the sorrow, lamentation, grief, all that will start because only taken the Rupa part and eliminated the Nama part completely. So the Rupa is associated with Vijnana. Yes, Hari.
no, and the funny thing is when you say dosa, instead of the nama, the rupa come. But whenever I see you as a form, I don't see you really as in so much form, but the name come. So I only see you in the name.
No, you create a form out of the name. The name is understood. You don't have to keep on bringing Vilas all the time.
But all the descriptions and labels and impressions are associated with the name. So when I see you, I start thinking you're this and that, and those
Yes.
things.
Only when my nature changes, then only you remember. Otherwise, you're only seeing this form. That's Vila. You have to investigate a lot, and you'll see that in the name, form, and consciousness. Like what is explained in the Mahanidana Sutta. First he explains Nama side, then he explains Rupa side, then he explains Nama Rupa side, then he explains Vijnana with Nama Rupa. Anyway, so don't take it too much intellectually. The Nama Rupa here is about naming something, projecting something, and keeping that projection to be. That's all what it is. So if the question is asked, did we all meet last week? That is yes. Conventional answer. Did we really meet? And the answer is no. Who met? Four. Rupa, Chitta, Chetasika, Nibbana. That's the only thing. We met with different bodies and we used different washrooms. That's all we did, right? We ate, went to the washroom, again ate, went to the washroom. That's all this body was doing, right? So this is Rupa side. What does the Rupa do? Grow, mature, die. That's all happened. Nothing else happened. Ahara samudayo, Rupa samudayo. Now come to the mind section. Vedana, Sanya, Sankhara. Mind. Did we have a feeling? Didn't we have perception? Yes. Didn't we do sankharas? Yes. So we did punya sankhara. The time we spent. Instead of going to the movies and parties and other things, we met on Dhamma. Punya sankhara. So what it will do? It will give you a good result. Simple. Done. Mind is over. What is Vijnana doing? The whole show, what is Vijnana doing? Is the performer. So in the 5 aggregates, Rupa, Vedana, Sanya, Sankhara, Vijnana. Vijnana is who made this play happen. Anusha donated, took it, did this, we did that. All that has happened. It's true to the Samuchi Satya, conventional reality. Paramatta Satya, only the Rupa as Rupa, no distinguishing. Chitta, what Chitta? It is Kusala Chitta in all of us. We are meeting. Kusala Chitta. Chetasika, mental contents. 7 universal mental content. So we had Phassa, Vedana, Chetana, Sanya, Jivitendriya, Manasika. Nothing else. And if we stopped the process, Nibbana. So we have Samsarana, Nissarana. So ultimately, who met whom? Samsarana is meeting, Nissarana is solution. That's all what it is. Very simple. So we met, stayed, we had a good time, all in the mind with Vijnana. Amarupa with Vijnana. All that happened in the Vijnana only. What was the body doing? Either it was sitting, or it was standing, or it was walking, or it was eating, or it was in the washroom. That's all it was. You couldn't find this Rupa anywhere else out other than doing any one of these. The awareness here, watch all of this. Instead of Bahidda, okay, now I notice, oh, what it is. The Nama Rupa Paricheda Jnana will act. So Vijnana becomes Nirodha. Because there is no multiplication. It doesn't mean that when we meet, we are not going to say, I'm Aryu or I'm Sachin. It's same, but not taking it seriously. Because we have seen the magician. So Buddha asked in the Pena Pindupamas, by chance you catch the magician, will you be now mesmerized by the magical illusion? Now you have found it. There is no dosa. 3 dosas are not there. Even though called a set dosa, you know it's a convention. Okay. Thing to eat, they are calling it a dosa. So the Vijnana that doesn't come and attach itself to that dosa. You release. See, Aryu, irrespective whether it was dosa or not dosa, would you not have eaten it? You were hungry. You were searching for the restaurant. So we found one. Have eaten it. Vegetarian. We would have eaten it any given way. Would have eaten it. But by knowing it as a set dosa, we created a Nama Rupa. So now the expectation will be there that next time you are in Bangalore, you'll taste the same set dosa. If you were, what we can say, were happy with that, or you got that pleasant feeling, then you will start comparing between this hotel and that hotel. oh, I had the set dosa in that hotel. Is this hotel not that good when compared to that. But that is what the Nama, Rupa, and Vijnana does. On comparing. So Ravindra, hope I answered to your question in a very shortest possible.
Yes, sir.
So don't go into Air India and say that I'm not Ravindra and this is not Air India. That is required, but don't take it too seriously. Just a name. Tomorrow they can name it something else.
Yes.
So they might call it a Tata Airlines because it started with Tata Airlines and then became Air India. Now it can again become Tata Airlines. That means you can keep on changing. Long as the naming convention goes, you can change, but there is no Rupa associated with it. See, Vilas can be changed as something else, right? From tomorrow, my name might become Suresh. Will there a body be Suresh be created? No. In fact, I would like to keep a Chinese name because now I have met a Chinese friend of mine. I love Chinese people, so let me put Chinese name. Yeah, you can put it. I just go to the court and rename it, and they say, from today you are King Shong Shuai. Don't ask me how did you spell that, I don't even know. Okay. So now, with that name, will the body be created? There is no body associated with that name. Same body will now be named something. In the same way, the same city is named something else. In the same way, the same road is named something else. But you will never find a road or the name associated. Like Ravindra, you have this Gorai beach. Why? What is Gorai beach?
It's a place.
But if you really see, there is no place. What you will see is only waves and sand. Yeah, Sachin, even we are going to leave. It's already 10:22. Okay, good day and good night, Aryu. Thanks for joining. And Anusha, it's almost evening to you. Thanks for joining.
Teruvan Sarna, everybody.
Yeah,
Thank
Tervan
you.
Sarna, everyone. Bye bye.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Bye bye.